Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Chris Burns Outdoors. Today I'm going to do a two-color paint with a little bit of a pattern. I've done this pattern in the past. I just really like it. It's a scale pattern. I don't know what it is, but I've caught a ton of fish off these two colors. It's actually three colors by the time I put the, I just prime it up with the white paint. But anyway, join along here and I'll kind of talk you through what I'm doing. Okay, so what we've got here is just a jerkbait. So of course you just tape up the end of the bill. You always want to do that on your jerkbaits or on any bait that you're going to paint that has a bill. Most baits, there's a couple that you don't, but for this we're going to go ahead and do that. So here again, we're going to use our opaque white. That's our base, and we'll get started. So, fall transition is coming in this time of year. Fall transition, jerkbait is really a good bait to use. Crankbaits, moving baits. A lot of times, if these fish are moving in and chasing bait fish, really seem to work really good. So, I thought we'd just do a quick video on this one, kind of show you how I paint this. So you're just spraying the white, you're covering up the bait, just kind of priming it. Getting a good base on that helps your colors pop. We've talked about that before, but and of course I use a hair dryer in between so I can speed up my painting. Just take your time with it. A good base works really good. About it, guys. These jerk baits are small, so they go kind of quick. That's it. Just going to clean out the brush real quick, and then we'll go with our second color. Which, believe it or not, I don't know what it is this time of year, especially on certain fish. They like these bright colors. Doesn't really mimic much of anything, but I'm not going to complain, guys, because it works. I don't know if it's kind of like the morning. You ever fish that morning dawn color? Kind of in a way, something similar to that. Not exactly the exact color to it, but it reminds me of it. So once our base is done, you just get a good base. Kind of let that dry up a little bit. And then what I'd like to do is just hit it really quick in between coats. Just a regular dryer you can get at Walmart. Super cheap. Nothing special. You can use a heat gun, but that's just too much. And you don't need to spend that kind of money on the heat gun, in my opinion. Okay, our next color is hot pink. Yeah, Just a hot pink, which makes that bait kind of pop. Just a few drops. You don't need much paint, guys. Sometimes less is better. Adjust the gun here a little bit. I get a lot of my baits and stuff at lure parts online. They have some really good blanks. I've got blanks from Amazon in the past. They're not bad, depends what you get, but they're hit and miss. You spend a little bit of money, a little bit more for your blanks there, but you're getting quality blanks. And then the hooks and swivels and everything I put on these baits, I just usually get an order from Tackle Warehouse for that. Good old Tackle Warehouse. Wish I had stock in that place. The amount of money I spend there. Kind of see that bait starting to take shape with the color. Don't go on the back too much, just lightly, because that color there will change. Just a little bit more in there. Compressor catch up a little bit. Most of this color, guys, you want the belly really good to this, because that's where it's going to kind of shine. It's starting to pop. We're just going to hit that with our hair dryer. There's two speeds on this hair dryer. I'll use the low one. Plus it's easier for me to talk to you guys while I'm doing that. But low is good. Nice little cover. Just, you got to go crazy with it. You're just kind of hitting it really good. On these types of baits, it's kind of flat, so make sure, guys, you're getting this edge really good on both sides of it. It's easy to miss or not cover. You're not going to miss it, but you're not going to really get good coverage. So you just want to kind of make sure that you're hitting that really good. Get the sides again. Get a good coverage on those. All right. We hit it just a little bit more. There's no rhyme or reason either, guys. You can go as dark as you want, as light as you want. You know, once you start painting, believe it or not, you'll find things that actually work. Or maybe watercolor you're fishing is a little bit darker or a little bit more clear, or you don't need to go as dark. But anyway, that's good. I don't think I need to go much more on that. I like it. Clean out our gun, and then we're going to go to our next color here. First, we got to hit this with the air dryer because we're going to put our little stencil on here. There's all kinds of stencils. Lure Parts online, they have a ton that you can get, but most of the stuff I get, I'll walk through Walmart, guys, and see things that I like that might work, that I could use, and I'll just grab something, some fabric of some sort, or I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. Hair clips, that's a good thing. It shows some kind of fins or some type of action on it. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, just a good old piece of fabric of some sort. I don't know what it's used for, but it works really good. And then I just cover up our bait like so. Try and get the whole bait covered, and then I just use these little clips and pinch that down. Now the bottom doesn't matter because the bottom color kind of stays the same. And when you get to the top, see how it kind of puffs up? Just kind of take your finger, roll that down. See how I covered that up? And then just grab your clip. You can use bigger clips. These little ones like this are more versatile. I might have to use a few more of them, but they work for me. And that's about it, guys, for that. Okay. That's it. You see that? Just kind of pretty simple, nothing crazy. Then our next color is see, I've got Fluorescent Violet and I've got Fluorescent Raspberry. I like this. Either one works. This is a little bit darker, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's okay to go lighter. Like I said, you're basically the artist. You kind of create what you want. As you fish this stuff and see what works, you can fine tune from there. But this here seemed to work pretty good for me. Okay, so now we're just gonna go over this with our purple. I don't like hitting the bottom, and you got it kind of covered anyway, but just gonna hit those sides. Just get that nice and that's it. That's all you got to do for that. Nothing crazy, nothing fast. And then just make sure when you dry these sides off really good, guys. That's going to be key, because when you pull off your fabric, you don't want it to pull the paint. So if it's kind of dry wet, it'll pull the paint off. So this last step's important. Take a little bit more time than what you would normally do if you were going in between coats. I am no expert at this, guys. I've kind of self-taught myself with my buddy Dusty. I've told you guys about in some of my other videos that I've done. I talked to him the other day. We're actually going to head over there, not next week, but the week after. Next week I'll be in Alabama fishing the BFL regionals, which pretty pumped about that. Happy I made it. Tough season. So okay, so once you got that done, you're just going to take your clips off, open it up, take your time doing it, nice and slow. Just kind of work your fabric off there like so, and see how you start getting the scale pattern. So now once you get that, now the next step is to create your bait the way you want it. So the first thing I do is do the back. I like to darken up my back. Just nice. I kind of use that and kind of just blend things in a little bit. Nothing crazy. I like to shoot from the top a little bit, and then that'll kind of spray out to the sides. One thing I do is I darken up our eyes, and I kind of just do a little pattern down there around the eyes. Not a pattern, but I just like to darken that in. You don't see any scales on a fish's eyes normally, or ever. So you kind of want to do kind of the same thing. So kind of going a little fast there. See how I ran that? So let's dry that off. And then we'll go a little bit more on it. And I kind of take this back here and I'll blend. I like to bring that purple down just a little bit. tie that in so the scales, they don't ride up the back of the bait. I don't like that there. My back again. Around my eyes. You can even put a little dot there if you want, guys. I got purple, but now with this violet, it's a little bit harder to cover because it's kind of a. There's other colors that'll cover really easier than a violet color, but I just take my time with it. If you use I forget what they call them, but there's colors that are meant to go up over top of other colors. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool on this side, maybe a little bit more right there. Hit the back again. And that is it. That's all I do there. And I'll throw some really cool eyes on that. And that'll do it for that one. Got all kinds of different eyes here, guys. I mean, there's many as you can imagine. Of course, I don't know where my. There it is. I don't know. I think these are cool. So these eye sockets, they got different sizes, so you just got to pick what fits good in those. And I just like to take a little dab of super glue. Keep in mind, guys, you'll see a lot of guys with really awesome baits that they've painted, and they look awesome. And man, a lot of the websites I'm on, they're amazing. But what I do is I like to fish my baits a lot. I mean, I love painting too, but I'm more of fishing my baits, and not to say those guys don't. I mean, they spend a lot more time probably on their baits than what I spend, and you can tell by the quality of paint that they've done. But this is just something that I know the fish like this color, and I can kick these baits out and make 2 or 3 of them in no time and get them dipped and ready to fish. And so this whole thing, I'll do 2 or 3 of these at a time too, guys. So you know, I can knock out 3 of these baits, and literally, if I'm not talking and just going, probably about, I'd say 30 minutes and I'm done. But that's 3 baits if you went to the store at probably $7 each. So you know, it's $21, $22, probably around $25 with tax. I painted 3 of them up for what, $5. So anyway, I'm gonna dip that. I use that KBS diamond dip. I'm going to go ahead and dip that, and then yeah, you'll see the end result at the end of the video. So that was basically our Fluorescent Violet with hot pink. All right, I will dip these next, and then we'll go ahead and you'll see the end. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like, subscribe, and it really helps the channel. Comment below. Comment what you think about the baits. If you see that I can do something different, man, I'm open. Or if you want to see a certain color pattern or a certain bait that that you want me to paint for you, I'm more than happy to do that too. I can try anything. Anyway, happy fishing. Fall transitions there, guys. Good luck on the water.